Coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas, welcome to Sips on the Rock with Legacy Wine and Spirits. Join hosts and store owners Johnny Akins and David Bevins, along with product expert extraordinaire Jake Dell, as we chat about booze, news, and other happenings in the wide world of wine and spirits. Now, let's get to sipping.
Here we are. Hello, folks.
We're back.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sips on the Rock.
Congratulations on continuing your streak of never missing an episode. Now we're without Johnny today.
Yeah, Johnny is home taking care of business. So yeah, we are just Jake and I. It's the Jake and David show today.
Need a little theme song.
Right.
I'll get on that.
Little Cinco de Mayo music would be appropriate for this week, right?
I don't want to do that with my mouth and be offensive or anything. Some trumpets.
Yeah, so Cinco de Mayo coming up this weekend. Of course, if you're listening to this next week, this does you no good.
But we did enough prep this time where we're talking about Mother's Day before Mother's Day will have passed.
When you listen to this next week, or
whenever
today in your world, I don't know. Whenever you're listening to this, if it's the week of Mother's Day, you've got a very short few days to get in here and get your purchases. Mother's Day is Sunday the 14th.
Treats for your moms in your life, wife, grandmother,
baby mama.
Baby mama, because there's not usually like Mother's Day parties, and so you're not having to prep like some of the holidays we talk about where it's like, I need to get all these supplies and stuff. It's more like, get a nice bottle of wine, maybe something to make some mimosas or some new RTDs. We love talking about RTDs, don't we?
They are the best. I mean, our lives would not be complete without the RTD column.
Truly, there would be a big hole in my life.
No, but Mother's Day, back in another lifetime when I was in the service industry, it's the single busiest day
Brunch.
In restaurants is Mother's Day.
Right.
No one wants to make mom cook.
I guess I shouldn't have framed it like that because, you don't have parties at home typically, but lots of people go out.
Want to take mom out for brunch, mom out for dinner.
Right. That's a good call.
But you know what? You can change your thinking and, do something at home. Cook for mom.
You do the cooking.
Yeah.
You out there, who I'm talking to.
Do the cooking, do the cleaning. Surprise her with her favorite drink.
Some flowers.
A nice bottle. Maybe even something new she's never tried or heard of before.
Yeah.
Broaden her horizons. We got a creeper, folks.
We always talk about broadening your own horizons. It's good to broaden others' horizons.
Right. Yeah.
Introduce new things to people who might not be so adventurous on their own.
That's exactly right. And more than likely you are probably the reason she drinks anyway.
I hope we got a couple more Mother's Day jokes like that. I like that.
So anyway, we brought up just a few little samples of things. Rosé is always popular. The A to Z Rosé is a beautiful bottle. Mother would love that.
Now you're down a little low. Maybe, I don't know, the microphone pointing to the side of your face.
Where's my happy
There you go.
medium?
There you go. Totally classic rosé. Sparkling rosé, still rosé. That is a classic. Moms and maybe day drinking. I don't know. Not a party drink. You're getting drinking a bunch of night, but also fits with springtime.
That's right.
Rosé season is spring. You get away from the cold months and all the big cabs and Merlots you've been drinking when it's cold, and you like to have something a little lighter that you can drink outside on the patio.
It is, it's so bright and green here now this time of year.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Get out on the patio and, have a nice glass in the sunshine.
Quick little story. We had a winery rep from Italy, very thick accent, super nice guy. I forgot his name, but he, I guess, was used to coming to the States and selling his wines. They were incredible Italian wines carried by Vino of Arkansas, who we love. But he looked at me and he was like, wow, it's so green everywhere here. And I was like, yeah, that's Arkansas for you, the natural stays. And he was like, it's like this in the rest of the state. I was like, even more so. I was like, this is the metropolis. He's used to going to Houston and Chicago, and there's nothing but buildings around. He's like, it's so great. And he's from Italy. You know, it's not exactly like that's all, you know, concrete jungle over there. But he's like, wow, it's so green. I'm like, yeah, it's like that everywhere. And it just blew his mind. I thought that was cool to hear.
That is how we roll in the natural state.
Yeah. I mean,
unless it's winter months.
You know, my wife and I live in smack dab in the middle of central Little Rock, you know, Midtown. And you go in our backyard and we're surrounded by trees, but like next to other houses, you know, it's not like we're isolated, but it's just, you know, our backyard, there's huge trees everywhere. And when the tornadoes came through, you'd know it because there were limbs all over the place.
God, you know, I drove through, you know, Walnut Valley,
it didn't even hit
Shackleford, over there. My God, it is unrecognizable.
It looks like a war zone.
I mean,
it's crazy.
You know, for a split second, I didn't even know where the heck I was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. So much destruction. You know, I mean, houses can be rebuilt, but like the trees, I mean,
that have been there for decades, you know, 100 years plus. Yeah,
it's sad.
It's very sad. Rebuilding efforts still right in the thick of it going on. I see those big, huge trucks with the 2 compartments driving around town. They're just like wood walled, and you know that they're just throwing limbs and tree stumps and stuff in there and hauling them off. I mean, I see them all the time still.
Well, you know, the destruction, and like I was driving through yesterday, and like literally you can see like people's bedrooms and closets,
the walls are
ripped
gone
wide open, and like you know, all of their belongings still hanging there. But it's just, I couldn't imagine how terribly upsetting that is. Speaking of, I did read the Goodwill on West Markham is going to be the donation station for tornado relief.
Oh.
So, FYI.
Going to be?
Or it is. Yeah. I read it today.
Yeah.
I don't remember when that article was from, but anyway, So if anyone has anything out there that they can donate to these unfortunate souls that had lost everything.
Yeah.
West Markham Goodwill is the drop-off station. So anyway, back to a happier note. Mother's Day is still upon us. Got these new mom waters. Well, I say new, but
newish. You know, they're new within the last year.
Yeah. Wildly popular. Probably one of the more popular.
I'd say RTDs. Once you get past High Noon and Cutwater and a couple, they're right there in that second tier. Really popular, extremely clean and natural tasting. They're not like sugary, and they're not like one note flavor I've talked about before. I don't like those ones that are just lime or just pineapple.
Right.
This one we got here, blueberry peach. They all have fun little mom names. This one's Linda. Karen is a very popular one.
Karen's a popular one. But Linda, in honor of Johnny's mother, she's a Linda. But yeah, there's lots of flavors, and they're all they all have a different
all different names. Then we have a variety pack, of course, because you better not launch an RTD brand without a variety pack.
That's right.
So people can try more than one before they decide they hate your stuff.
Right. And then I guess next month in June we'll have the Dad Water.
I forgot about
Father's
that.
Day.
Yeah, they're tequila based. Dad Water. We were trying to guess what some of the dad names would be.
Bob,
Walter, Earl. Yeah, I forgot that the rub on these is 0 carbonation, 0 sugar, 0 carbohydrates, 0 artificial flavors, 0 artificial sweeteners. So you talk about something that's under 100 calories. It's 90 on this one. 0 carbs. That's kind of what they're going for.
And not carbonated either. So
right.
A lot of them are bubbly.
What's the other brand we sell a ton of that's not carbonated down there on the end? JR would know if he was here.
Yeah.
I don't drink that one. So that's, I like some carbonation in those, you know.
I do as well. Particularly my waters. I'm like addicted to Topo Chicos.
Flavored?
No, just like the regular mineral water.
So that's funny because growing up, my mom drank like Pellegrino sparkling, plain sparkling water. And I drink more water than just about anybody. I love water. Water is, I think, the most refreshing beverage on the entire planet, especially when you're thirsty or it's hot out. I don't really drink Cokes and stuff like that, but I cannot drink sparkling water on its own. Like, it tricks my brain into thinking that there should be a flavor. And so I'm like, ew, this is like gone bad. And this is some soda that's...
These hops are dead.
Yeah. Like,
What
yeah,
a
I guess because I'm so
weirdo.
used to I drink water and beer, and that's pretty much it. Little whiskey, but yeah, my brain's like, this is beer that's terrible, and so like, no, give me regular water,
Yes,
tap water. Arkansas famously has
we've
great
got
tap
delicious water.
Yeah,
I'm a coffee and water freak.
Yeah.
You know, till 5 o'clock. You know,
right. Heyo.
So, Mom,
Yes.
like, okay, so we've talked wine, we've talked RTD. Of course, there's mothers out there that like mixed drinks. We can do these awesome gift baskets, curated, custom, bespoke, if you will, gift baskets. I mean, it's you can throw a $5 bottle in there, or a $500 bottle in there. It's all up to how you roll. How good Mom was this past year.
Yeah. She's not gonna get coal in her gift basket,
right? And we've got all the booze, all the mixers, all the glassware, everything you need to make a nice little basket.
We got all sorts of little accessories and stuff around our tasting bar and at the back of the store.
Something that is falling down in front right there. The diamond-shaped ice cubes. They just took a slide. But no, like, you can do the sphere balls, or, the square big chunks of ice where you just have a single ice cube in your glass. We have these awesome little diamonds. So get her some glass.
Or the skull ones if your mom's a badass motorcycle rider.
Whiskey drinking,
she's into
cigar
metal
smoking.
Yeah.
They're out there.
We're
not knocking.
Yep. God bless every mom out there.
That is right. And quit giving her the gray hair. So also, beer world, give her something neat from Mother's Brewery.
Yeah, we were trying to decide what we're going to talk about on the show, and we both, Mother's.
We caught each other in the stairwell, and he's like, Mother's. I was like, well, I've already got a 6-pack of Mother's Little Helper up there. Well, let's crack one of these open.
Yeah.
We have not really talked about a cold IPA. This is Stone Cold Helper.
Stone Cold Helper. We've had Mother's Brewing in Arkansas. They're out of Springfield, Missouri, I believe. I know Southern Missouri. And they were one of the first brands launched by Arkansas Craft Distributors. RIP. We were talking about them earlier. We missed those guys.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
David Breen, Nico, Chops, all those guys. Jolly Hall. Yeah.
Yeah. The OGs.
Well, yeah. They were awesome dudes, great at their job. We loved, how they ran their biz. Anyway, launched Mother's a long time ago, back before before this store opened, when I was at a competitor store. But famous for their Little Helper IPA, and long ago their Barrel Aged Imperial Stout, MILF, which has been rebranded to Mater Familias. But this is their Stone Cold Helper, so a kind of variation on their Lil Helper IPA. They've done a few different kinds of Lil Helper. This is a cold IPA, and like you said, that's kind of what we're going to, I guess, dig into a little bit today as a style of beer. Cheers.
Because we can't go a show without saying something about beer, right?
Nice. Light on the palate, crisp, refreshing. Citrus.
Got a good little hop in it, though.
Yep.
The citrus comes late on the palate.
So, India Pale Ale, we've talked about some different kinds of, sub-styles of IPA. This is a newer one. I'd venture to say the newest, because I think style-wise, it is a renaming of the India Pale Lager. Lager versus ale. Every beer you drink, 99.9, with the exception of some that kind of fall into both, every beer is going to be an ale or a lager. Depends on the type of yeast that's used, which goes into fermentation temperature. Stouts, porters, IPAs, ales, I'd say more fall into the ale category, but lagers are going to be your usually lighter bodied stuff. All your Bud Light, Miller Lite, Pilsners, anytime you see that lager, they're usually going to be pale in color, even though there are some black lagers. But I digress.
These are questions on the Cicerone test.
Yeah. So a few years back, as brewers do, one does it and then it kind of catches on, and in the brewer world, and then it's, you know, kind of roll the dice to see if the wider customer base is going to like go crazy over it. People started brewing these IPLs, and kind of the aim was to make a hoppy beer that was a little lighter in body, you know, a little more
lagery.
Lagery, yeah, poundable. Not as, you know, you could drink more, not as heavy on the stomach. We've talked about that sort of thing before, but basically a lighter version of an IPA, where you keep a lot of the flavor components, but kind of change mouthfeel and some other stuff. Those never caught on because IPA drinkers see lager and they're like, I don't want that.
Right.
I want an India Pale Ale because that's what I know I like. And lager drinkers see that and they're like, well, I don't want that. I don't like hoppy beers.
Right.
And so it's kind of that like black IPAs, the same fate happened to them, Cascadian dark ale, if you will, where it's like stout drinkers see the color and they try to like, ugh, gross, all those hops. And then IPA drinkers don't really like the roast malts typically, you know. Plenty of people out there like us who love everything,
Right.
love them both. So after a dormant period, you started seeing the cold style IPA or cold IPA, and they'd even call it an India Pale Ale on some of these labels I've seen. And then in smaller print, they would say fermented with a lager yeast or fermented at colder temperatures. And so kind of one of those that blurs the lines like a Kolsch. It's fun to do. You know, brewers out there are always experimenting, seeing how you can push style boundaries and stuff. And that's a great thing about beer in the beer world at large. I love them. Yeah.
It's kind of like a gateway IPA.
It is. And they're, you know, like we said, I mean, you can see through that. If you just saw that in a glass, you'd guess lager all day.
Right. 100%.
And then you smell it. You can smell the hops. But yeah, I love these because they hit that sweet spot on if it's 80 degrees and I want to hang out outside all day. I would rather have, I didn't say lower alcohol typically. That's a big part of it too.
Yeah.
That lager yeast is usually going to result in a lower alcohol.
I was going to ask what the ABV was on this.
Again, so it's kind of like a session IPA, like we talked about, 5.5.
Yeah.
So this still get more than you'd call a session, because typically session IPAs are down around 4 or so. So you still get enough, but you're not in the, you know, 6 pushing 7 into double IPA territory. And again, a little more crisp, a little more refreshing. Yeah.
He's going crazy. Sorry.
So yeah, check out a cold IPA if you see them out there. Founders has a great one. They're all day cold IPA.
Day,
yeah.
Mother's solid brewery though, like one of the first crafts to come into Arkansas, pretty much. You know, but yeah.
I mean, definitely when we started seeing
stuff for years,
regional stuff, you know, they're close enough where they decided to venture into our market early on in their life. And they've been chugging along ever since.
Come into school some Arkansans on some craft beers.
Yeah.
And they have.
Back in those days, we needed it.
Right.
Back when it was only Diamond Bear and Vinos and Boscos, you know?
Right. Well, and Vinos, obviously is the grandfather of them all,
right,
as far as local brews go.
Yep.
But they don't get anything out into the market.
No, they do not distribute. Yeah.
Fun times though.
Yep.
You know,
a Calzone and I forget what their IPA is called. The cream ales are 7 Bridges. 6, I don't know.
Golly.
Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, last time I went there was to see your show.
Yeah.
Several weeks back, and I hadn't been there prior to that in quite a while.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good food, great pizza, good people.
The Calzones.
Yes.
Yeah. Good show. But yeah, you got to go there to get the beer. And
you can get it on Sunday. Yeah, they do growlers.
They do growlers.
Get beer on Sunday.
One of the few places left that you can get a growler any longer.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
Forgot to tell you, we had a guy in here yesterday or day before looking for swing tops for the big round growlers. Couldn't find them anywhere. But yeah, they're still out there. Those guys who still use growlers.
Somewhere.
I mean, Lee and I looked all over. Maybe you can find them.
I don't know.
Anyway,
the warehouse.
We still got plenty of the glass, just couldn't find the tops.
Right.
You know?
Right. And speaking of, if any home brewers out there need some,
yeah, come see us.
We'll load your trunk up for free.
Yeah. Please get it out.
It's just taking up room
without us having to throw them away. You know, yeah, we'll do what we can.
Right. So let's see what's going on elsewhere. Oh, wait.
First note is blah, blah, blah.
Well, yeah,
We've already done that.
we did that. We talked gift baskets. We talked about getting mom something new. It is warming up. Nice weather is upon us. And what does that mean? That means wedding season.
Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Jake loves to put together wedding orders.
I do. I enjoy it.
So give him a call. Speaking of weddings, just insert this real quickly. Someone just had their 1-year anniversary. Congratulations, Zoe and Jake.
Love you, Zoe. My beautiful,
Can't
awesome
believe
wife.
it's been a year. My God,
I know.
I saw the posts.
Yeah.
I was like, just took
Yeah.
me back.
April 30th.
Such a nice wedding it
Man,
was.
Best day of my life.
But anyway,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So wedding season is here.
I've been doing a bunch of them. It seems
Oh,
like
man.
every week, every other week, sometimes two. We'll hook you up, volume discounts. We'll deliver it. Mixers, sodas, ice. You want kegs? We can do kegs.
Right.
Liquor, beer. We'll do recommendations. We'll figure out how much you need. All that stuff.
We can look at your reception menu.
Yeah.
And,
pairings.
pair it all
Yep.
together.
Break down kind of what you'll need as far as wine, beer, liquor, percentages.
Because no one knows, like, well, how much wine am I going to need?
Right.
How much beer am I going
Right.
to need? So, we're here to help you through all that.
Yeah.
And
We got tried and true formulas, and
Yeah.
we know what works and what doesn't. We've been doing this for a long time.
so give Jake a call.
Extension 103, baby.
That's right. We also, a very underutilized tool that we have here available at Legacy, both in the store and online, is you can create a gift registry.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people have really taken advantage of this, but it's really, really cool. It's just like
Anywhere.
a Bed Bath and Beyond registry.
I knew you were going to say that. You see, they're all closing.
they are.
Yeah.
So strike
But, yeah. Target,
Target,
Amazon.
registry.
Yeah.
Amazon. Yeah. So
If
You
you're somebody
create a
who's
list.
really into, the groom's really into scotch, bride's really into wine, y'all are into, you can, some of the bottles you might not buy for yourself. You can have a registry. You can have a link that you can send to people and they can shop online and buy it for you.
well, yeah, and moving into a new house.
Yeah.
Stock to bar
Housewarming, stock to
parties.
bar, yep.
Yeah. Great tool that,
All that stuff.
y'all need to jump up on. And you can put in for something, and if it's not in stock, when it comes in, you'll get the notification.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Which that's all the time, obviously.
Right.
We haven't really talked about that much, but yeah. If you're shopping online, we have this cool thing where if something's out of stock, our distributor's out of stock, you can just say, notify me and check a little box. And we have an automated system, no room for human error, somebody forgetting. Whenever that item comes in the store, it automatically sends you an email saying it's here for you.
the moment it gets checked into inventory,
Mhm.
it's shooting out emails.
The internet.
The internet. So yeah, cool stuff that is available for your use on our website. Also, don't forget about gift cards.
Yeah.
Cards are really cool too. You don't know what someone likes. All the time someone walks in, I need a bottle of wine, or I need a gift, I need this
Yeah.
or that. But I
What do
don't
they
know
like
what
to
they
drink? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got that then. We got it covered.
Yeah,
Here's a gift card.
easy breezy.
Any amount.
So
$4, $14, $4,000. We probably have to split that on a few gift cards.
I don't know.
I think there's a limit per single card. Anyway,
Is there? I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll have to try it.
Johnny would probably know.
Oh, Johnny.
He ain't here.
So, Little Rock Airport is getting a new direct flight. LIT to
To?
LGA, LaGuardia,
LaGuardia.
New York City.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
That's
You know,
cool.
we get such random direct
Yeah.
flights.
Yeah.
We've got, a DC and a Vegas. And, it's like, really? Are there that many people on a daily going to
I mean,
Vegas, DC?
Yeah. I don't know.
Sure that connecting flights play a factor in that, but still,
Yeah.
that flight to Vegas is pretty cool though.
Just so you don't have to land in Dallas and then immediately. Yeah.
Or Atlanta is such a headache airport.
Oh my
It's
God.
so
Biggest.
dang
It is
big.
huge. Yeah.
If y'all have never been into the Little Rock Airport, it is so easily navigable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
It's tiny.
one hallway.
Yeah. Yep.
Really, really cool. So our friends over at Apple Blossom are gone.
Very sad.
That is, they were cranking out some awesome ciders.
Well, yeah, if we talk about the cider boom, that was one that was short-lived in the grand scheme, and it wasn't as big as we're seeing RTDs. But locally, yeah, they were one that were doing really cool things, different flavors and concoctions, and they were doing some barrel-aged stuff, spiced, and
dry and sweet.
Yeah, all over the spectrum of sugar.
Everything.
Yeah.
Hibiscus and pumpkin.
We had a big seasonal stuff, seasonal flavors that sold really well. And I feel like we were probably one of the stores that was helping carry the weight outside of their own tap room or whatever. And I imagine it wasn't as big at smaller stores and corner stores. And I don't think they could be sold in like gas stations and grocery stores, could they? Or because they're vinous.
Yeah.
Are they considered vinous spirit and not a beer?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you for sure.
So, but anyway, we had a big sign in our beer cave for a while. It was a big deal when they launched, and thought it was going to have some staying power.
But our friends at Flyway have taken over their location up in Fayetteville. So, still a great spot to go to.
Yeah. Flyway doing big things.
I mean, just growing leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
I'm sure that, I read about the DeLuca's Pizza, obviously being on hold, going in Breckenridge.
Yeah.
Seeing as how it was hit by the tornado.
Right.
So I assume that there's going to be a delay on.
Yeah, I'm sure that everything was going in that building.
Yeah.
Shopping center.
Things happen, I mean, it's out of our control. But luckily, we didn't get hit.
Yeah.
Close call.
Man, it came really close to here, the store. Yeah.
But we were saved. We were spared.
I know we're, starting to get towards the end of the show. Before we hit on all the last notes, Garrison Brothers Whiskey.
Yeah.
We will talk about them more in depth, I'm sure, in the next couple weeks. David and I were lucky enough to meet one of the owners and founders and try through their whiskeys. And y'all, I mean, I was blown away.
Really, really,
Texas,
really good
Texas whiskey, Garrison Brothers. And we got 4 different expressions. They're all fairly pricey. And he even admitted, he's like, we don't make cheap stuff. We know it's expensive, but here's how we make it. And here's why. And
the process is not straightforward.
As labor intensive and no cutting corners ever at any point. He said they didn't turn a profit until year 7 or something like that.
And some of their bottles, not the 4 standards that we have, but some of their allocations that we'll be getting, he said they make 0 profit.
Yeah, they lose money. And he's like, but I know the press is just, people are going to go crazy over it. And he can't stop winning awards. He said they only enter competitions where it's blind tasting. Mm-hmm. So people don't know that and they keep winning awards.
Well, and
double gold,
something about
double platinum,
pay to play, and
right, yeah, some of those, yeah, maybe bigger named competitions where you see the big brands tend to keep winning those. It's like, surely there's some smaller distilleries out there who are making better stuff. Anyway,
one would think, as logic would dictate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Anyway, just for y'all out there who are into whiskey, we got them. Come get them. Well, we'll talk more about them soon.
Well, try to get him on the show. Maybe he was a good talker.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've been told we might see a sample bottle or 2 in the store as well. So if you want to come try a $95 baseline bourbon, no age statement either. Right. It's like that's how good the juice is in there. It's like, no, we don't care about making it 8-year and slapping 8-year on there. Or all this normal stuff you see. It's like, it's pricey, but people are going to buy it.
Yeah.
It's that good.
It's really, really good stuff. So real quick, the rest of the notes here. Miller High Life. They're like 2,300 cans dumped. They were caught crossing the border, I think, in like Austria or Germany.
What drug are they filled with?
No drug.
I thought for sure.
They have pissed off the French because it is what?
The champagne of beers.
Yeah, you can't have the word champagne on something.
Wait. So this was in Europe? They were dumped by customs?
Yeah.
Just because it says that on there?
Yeah. It's like, I guess they never caught wind of this before.
Yeah. They're just starting. Somebody's just trying to sell. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, thousands dumped because the French aren't having it.
I love some cheap beer. I hate Miller High Life. I can't stand it. Ugh. I'd have to do maybe I'll make a Mount Rushmore one day and we'll do my top 4 most hated beers. Bud Light will be on there too.
Yeah.
From years ago. I've always hated Bud Light, in case anybody's out there wondering. But I don't like the taste of Bud Light. I don't care about anything.
We've never been a big Bud Light store. We've always been Miller Lite.
More Miller and Coors.
Ultra.
Yeah, Ultra. Yeah, we do great things with.
Ultra, crazy. Yeah. Crazy popular brand name.
Yeah.
Last note is about you, sir.
I see that.
When are you going to publish this gig schedule? Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with. Now you've got the 2-Shot.
Well, not really. If you follow my Facebook pages, I know plural, but it's separate entities. 2-Shot Blondie will be playing 2 shows in Arkansas at the end of the month. One at Full Moon Records, May 24th. We're playing on a Friday at Full Moon Records in Conway, really cool record store. And then the following Sunday, we're playing at Camp Taco, which is an arm of Lost 40 Brewing, right up the hill from Lost 40 Brewing. Sunday daytime show.
Really cool place.
Really cool place. They got a nice stage outside, and yeah, that'll be fun. I'll be playing at the Oyster Bar on Markham about once a month here for the next 4 months. So just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, let's see. Oh, the 19th is when I'm playing Full Moon. The 21st is when I'm playing at Camp Taco. And
cool.
Yeah. Play some shows with my buddy Zach Shaw, mega talented guitar player. He's one of the Lunchables of Juicebox Jake and the Lunchables. But we did our first gig there the other day, a 2-man acoustic set, sitting down on stools and
unplugged.
It is like unplugged. And we did some of the Juicebox songs, but we did a lot of different stuff too, because it's a different environment. We didn't play, like Rage Against the Machine, and all the crazy stuff. But yeah, we take requests. The food there is killer. Uncle Don is behind the bar.
Nice.
So you'll have a good time rubbing elbows with him. Yeah. Cool spot.
Very cool. So is it, I know last time you played there, it was on a Thursday.
Yeah, no, I got a couple Fridays.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was going to say, we weren't able to go. We had other plans that evening. But,
yeah.
It's hard to get out on a school night.
I hear you. Let me see. I mean, I guess I can figure it out really quick.
Bad radio. So yeah, Oyster Bar. Shout out to Oyster Bar. It's a delicious place if you had never been there.
And it is separate if you're worried about the music being too loud or you want to go have some food and then chill with me. They're like, it's a separate kind of bar area that still has tables. You can get food, but it is kind of divided from the restaurant where we won't be just in your ear annoying you. If you don't like 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s rock and roll. Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to keep pressing him to actually publish all-encompassing schedule.
May 12th, June 9th, and July 21st. Yeah, maybe I'll put it out somehow related to this show. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Call extension 103.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we're over time. Thanks for joining us again today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Keep on sipping. Woo.
Remember to subscribe to our podcast, Sips on the Rock, and like us on all the socials to keep up with what's new in the wide world of alcohol. Shop LegacyLR.com for curbside pickup or local delivery. Remember, for better service and better selection, shop local. Please enjoy responsibly. Cheers.